Hi everybody, it's Jen here. I'm doing my 18th process video and the second in a new series I'm calling Lifted. This is a series that I'm going to do when I'm watching a video or I see a layout that just makes me immediately jump up and have to go scrapbook. So this is going to be the second in the series, even though I only thought of the idea today. And if I have time in the video, I'll explain to you, and if not, I'm going to link you up to a blog post about this. So today I am lifting a layout from Schow. I'm going to, I hope I'm saying that right, I'm going to link you to her YouTube and this specific video as well in this post. I was watching this morning and I just immediately had an idea of how to do this layout. I really liked multiple things that she did on here. Well, I liked the whole layout, I should say, but multiple things she did on here I just really wanted to go and try for myself. One of them being what you're seeing right now, which was using one of these really large bags, but folding it up and using it behind the photo as a mat. So I was playing around with the colors. I really would have liked to have had a blue one, but I did not have one, and the green one that I had initially put was too green because the green here is more of a yellowy lime green, and so it wasn't working for me. So I'm going to use this gray one and then use lots of color on the rest of the page. I'm also going to do her idea of having a strip of paper that's running horizontally as well, and I used a really similar pattern for that one, so it doesn't stand out a lot, but it does sort of give you a landing place for your title. But I switched it up quite a bit for my pattern paper choices in that I chose a bold pattern along the side, and then I used some washi tape as my border strip. But you will be able to see at the end, I'll try to give you a close-up of hers from her video, and you'll see I followed this pretty closely, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. So when I started with this, as I said, because I had the idea in my mind already, I pulled out all my supplies and saved you that piece of it, although I did fiddle around a ton, you'll see, with the placement of some of the embellishments, and I did cut a huge portion of it out because I don't know if it was early morning and I hadn't eaten yet or had had enough coffee, I'm not really sure, but it took me forever, so I cut a huge portion of that out because it was just ridiculous how long it was taking. Anyways, because this was a bag, it had an opening, I decided to put my journaling on this tag from the Citrus Bliss collection and tuck it inside the pocket, and then in this there was also a clear overlay, so I put that over top, and it had some gold triangles, but you can still read the writing through it. I used a black thickers for that cute, and then I used a gold script, I believe from Amy Tangerine, for the just plain. So here I'm just marking off where this is going, and I was going to, underneath where it was, test to see what color I wanted to do in my background. The problem is I put a little bit too much water and it dribbled. So it was pretty much, okay, I guess I'm using the green because it was already on there. But that was okay, I think I would have ended up picking that anyways. Jen had used a Distress ink pad, and I'm using Color Shine. But I find if you water it down a little bit, it makes it easier to do this technique. But I had watered it down just a little bit too much and ended up dribbling, but that's okay. I really like how it turned out. I'm totally okay with the dribble. It was just a little bit of extra color for the white background there. So now she had also taken a bit of gold glitter washi tape, and she had tucked a little bit under here, which I start out with doing, and she'd ripped it down the middle, tucked it a little bit under her photo, and then she'd done a bit up on the top. And I'm going to change that up just a little bit, but I still went with her general idea. And right now I was just having an idea. I had some gold circles and I was just testing that, but I immediately abandoned the idea. So there you can see I've put the other half of that gold washi tape on the top, and now I'm going through the die cut pack for the Citrus Bliss kit because that striped paper down the side is also from that, so I was trying to match it up. And that was just a flipperoo because of the way I wanted that little circle piece to sit, and I wasn't happy with it. So I'm just fiddling around now with embellishments. So on Jen's layout, she had done a bunch of really beautiful, I think they were tissue or crepe circles, all down the left side from top to bottom. And then she had done a bunch of stamping. But when I was going through those die cuts, I found all these little hearts that matched. And so I decided to go a different route and still sprinkle, but I'm going to sprinkle hearts instead of circles. So I have this 3-heart punch from Stampin' Up. It's quite an old one. It's the old punch body, not the flat one. And I'm just using whatever scraps I have on hand. I have some of my 6x6 paper pads just sitting on the top of my IKEA cart beside me. And so I just grabbed those and tried to find ones that would match with the paper down the side in more of a solid color. So that's all I'm doing. Just going through there, I'm actually just pulling out as many of the little scrap pieces from there as I can. And there is where I cut out a whole bunch of fiddling. So you can see what I have done is I have sprinkled the hearts, but I'm going more on a diagonal across rather than straight down. And I've also added a little die cut piece in the bottom right. And I have taken the strip of washi, the half strip that was under my photo, and I've put it down there. So I now have a strip against the top left, and I have a strip of that washi against the bottom right. So that was one change that I did. I fiddled with those hearts for a ridiculously long time. Like, I seriously cut out probably almost 10 minutes of me fiddling. I have a really hard time doing random. I'm doing air quotes while I say that. Random. I have a hard time with random and leaving it and letting it be random, and then I want to fiddle and make it more random. I don't even know if that makes sense. Can you make things more random? I have a problem with random. Let's just leave it at that. So I finally got these, and so that I brought the video back, and then I pulled out some enamel hearts from Lily Bee and from Prima and added those as well for a bit of texture. Jen had a flare badge here, and I liked that, and so I actually pulled in a little pop of red, which I don't have a lot of. And that one is, I believe, an October afternoon. It says hi. And then I've taken a couple of my hearts that were on the left, and I've tucked them in right beside that little flare over there on the right, just to add a little bit more. I felt like the flare, because it was so bright red, just looked a little lonely. Maybe he needed a little bit of, he needed a friend to make it look not quite so out of place. So a little bit more fiddling around. I'm putting a little bit of black velvet, I think it's called, color shine on here as well, just to pull in a bit more of that black, because really the only place I had it was on the cute. Quick look around, and then I've got some stills for you. I hope you enjoyed. I will be back again, I'm sure, really soon with another lifted video. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you soon.